What's up, everybody? It's J and J with Justin and Jordan. What we got today, Justin?
So today we will be talking about the James Harden dilemma, Joel Embiid going with it too, and this new Hall of Fame potential inductees for 2024.
Wait, but what else is new? What else is new?
Got a new setup.
New setup, of course. Real thankful to the studio that helped us out. Shout out to Marv. He was the guy behind the scenes hooking us up. We finally got our own setup, though. We're ready to move on just ourselves. We're going to start improving by ourselves. We're going to be recording by ourselves. We're going to keep grinding, especially for you guys.
Yeah, shout out to Marv.
Big shout out to Marv. Marv's been big help, big mentor, helped us out. But let's get into this NBA news, Justin. What you want to get into first? You said Harden is in some big trouble.
Yeah, we could talk about James Harden first.
So one thing that I really find interesting about this whole Harden situation, of course, the first thing I was thinking about is the player empowerment movement that started basically since LeBron James. I understand Harden's upset because of the pay cuts and the promises from Daryl Morey, but this kind of seems like another case to me of, all right, you're kind of bitching about your current situation and you want to leave, which you've seen just in the past 5 years with like PG. We've seen it with Harden. We've seen it with Kyrie. We've seen it with KD numerous times. We've seen it with a lot of people at this point. So just because Harden kind of has a case because he took a pay cut because he was promised something different, at the end of the day, bro, you signed the contract already. You got to expect what comes with that. I know you want to be a Clipper badly for whatever reason. He really wants to be a Clipper. But right now, the NBA is starting to do a little bit of an investigation, see what's going on between James Harden and Daryl Morey. But man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired of player empowerment. One thing I heard recently is like free agency don't mean shit anymore. Because if you think about it, like there's like no more like high profile free agents anymore. You know why? Because these guys sign their big ass extensions, and then what happens? They get traded. Trading is the new free agency, bro.
Yep.
I just remember a couple years ago, free agency would be like, wow, fucking KD's on the market. This guy's on the market. This guy's on the market. Then it's like last year, for example, it was Jalen Brunson, who at the time wasn't like a really big deal. He was the biggest guy in the free agency market. But what was a bigger deal is like, who's going to get traded? Who's getting traded? Who's going to get moved? Blah, 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 blah. Because right now we're seeing an influx of superstars getting traded. More so than ever before, because early 2010s, superstars wasn't getting traded. It was just Melo, basically. Unless I'm missing anybody. It was literally just Melo. Before that, what was the biggest like superstar trade in the 2000s? I literally have no clue. Like, I can't even think. There's maybe like one. In the 90s, it was like an old Clyde Drexler. And then, of course, like Charles Barkley. Yeah. But now it's like every season, 2-3 like top 15 guys are getting moved, bro. I'm low-key starting to get tired of it because it's the same thing every year. Now it's that you're getting paid a lot of money, and now you're asking to be moved wherever you want to be. Why don't you do that in free agency? Go wherever you want in free agency. Why is it I'm providing you a list? Like Damian Lillard, you've done a lot for Portland. But why is it like I only want to play for Miami? It's one thing to say I want to get traded, and it's another to even say I want to get traded, send me to Miami, the Lakers, I don't know, the fucking Knicks or the Celtics. You give a list of like 3-4 teams. But to say I'm only playing for Miami, that's some selfish shit, bro. And I'm getting the same vibe off of Harden no matter what Daryl Morey did, bro.
Yeah, this situation, when it first happened, I was like, is this shit fucking real? It was 7 a.m. I just see James Harden saying, Daryl Morey is a liar.
It was like, funny too. He's like, I'm going to repeat myself.
Oh, yeah.
Daryl Morey is a liar.
He's like, let me say that again. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, he gives no fucks. But yeah, that situation is kind of crazy, especially seeing the relationship them two have had since Harden's been there since 2012 going to Houston after Daryl Morey made that trade. They both changed each other's careers. So now to see this shit kind of falling on his head, it's kind of crazy. We didn't think it would happen. And we saw Daryl Morey traded for his guy again. He did everything. He went out his way for James Harden multiple times, and now it's coming back to him. I know James Harden felt some type of way because he was promised to get repaid after he took his pay cut, and the Sixers just went to get PJ Tucker. But I feel like this isn't the way to go about it because he just comes off as like a diva because he's done this every time now. In Houston, he put on the fat suit.
The fat suit.
And then in Brooklyn, bro, I remember his last game in Brooklyn. I think it was against the Kings. Bro, that was like one of the worst James Harden games I ever seen in my life. That shit was horrible. And now he's doing it again. He's preparing to sit out and not even participate, pulling a Ben Simmons basically. And this is going to be the second time this shit happens in Philly. So not a good look with Harden. I know Kyrie came in his defense. I guess it does probably happen to other players, but like you got to handle shit like differently. This isn't the way to go about it. James Harden is fucking like 34. He's acting like a fucking 19-year-old doing this shit. It isn't right. And with the front office, like, yeah, it's fucked up for the players, but like as you get older and you keep watching ball and you keep realizing like with the front office, the NBA is also a business as well as entertainment. So like some shit we might see, we might be like, damn, that guy was having a good year. Why the fuck did they trade him? That shit you kind of just, you start to understand later on. It's like this NBA is a business. You got to trade assets while they're high and get what you can in return. Not everybody's going to hold on to pieces just for sentimental value. That's not how it works. If that was the case, a lot of franchises would be fucked because you're holding on to what a guy used to be 6 years ago, and he's not that no more. So the investigation part is fucking crazy too. That shit is crazy.
Because like, what's the punishment going to even be?
Yeah, I don't even know.
If there was like a handshake deal of like, all right, I'm gonna take a pay cut, but it's like we've seen so many stars just in the last decade take pay cuts. LeBron and Wade both took pay cuts to bring in Chris Bosh, right?
Yeah.
Dirk took so many pay cuts. I'm not gonna lie. For a franchise star for like 20 years, he got fucked over by Mark Cuban in terms of money. But it's like a handshake deal under the table. But I don't think there's anything necessarily like bad about that because you're consenting to that. You're like, look, like you want me to take a pay cut so that we can have a chance for a title? Fuck it. I'm going to take that pay cut and we're going to win this title. It's not like Daryl Morey. He's like, bro, if you don't sign this shit, I don't even know what he could threaten him with. You're a fucking former MVP. You're a Hall of Fame talent. What's Daryl Morey going to like threaten him with? A trade to Charlotte? No, that shit don't make sense. So it's like, what was he threatening? He can't twist James Harden's arm into being like, sign this for cheaper so that we could get talent. You consent to it because you want to win a championship. You want to be a winner. You want to get something that's eluded you your entire career. Because to be frank, Harden's had one finals appearance and he wasn't even the man.
Yeah.
He was sixth man of the year, sure, but he was not the man of that team. He was a baby. And this is probably your best chance since Houston. And you're letting it go already because what? Because you don't want to be, I'm going to be real. Because Harden's made a lot of money in his career. It might even sound like pocket watch. But it's like, you made all this money already. How about you worry about winning a championship this time? You're at the later stages of your career, bro. Do you really need 50, 60, another $1 million a year instead of like 35? Do you really need that more than you need a championship? Because now it's like, I want to get paid and I want to win a championship. Sometimes shit don't work out like that. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for everybody. You got like Steph Curry, for example, right? Because he had that cheap ass deal, because he hurt his ankle numerous times. They're paying him like $12 million a year. And they lucked into Kevin Durant because he was getting paid that little amount. And then he got paid later and he won all these championships. Harden doesn't have that luxury. You're better off taking a pay cut if you really care about winning, bro.
I don't even know if he wants to win, bro. Because he was flirting with Houston the whole time, trying to get his bag. And we all know Houston is not a fucking contender.
Definitely not.
They're a fucking rebuilding team. So he wanted to go there, get his bag. He gets to go back, put up all the shots he wants. Your best opportunity to contend, you might as well just stay in Philly because you guys have a pretty good team. You guys were a game away from the Eastern Conference Finals, your first one since the Iverson days. So you were right there. You might as well just run it back. I know maybe Daryl Morey promised you an extension or to hook you back up, but I don't know. That's between them two at that point. Don't take it out on them. You should just do what Kyrie did last year. He just shut the fuck up, balled the fuck out, and then at the trade deadline, he was like, am I going to get paid? And they said, nah. He's like, all right, trade me. And his value was high as shit, and they was able to move him quick. So you better off doing that. Sometimes that's the best response. Just shut the fuck up, raise your value, and then ask them again. And if not, just ask for a trade.
Yeah, bro. It's all about respect and, you know, having the self-awareness that you got yourself into the situation. Like I said earlier, you consented into this. And like you said, Philly is his best chance to win a ring if he wants to win a ring. It does sound like he cares more about the money right now, but it's like you're at the end of your career, bro. If you're not gunning to win a ring, you're not a fucking competitor. And for him to say, like, I want to go to the Clippers are not a better opportunity to play for a championship than Philly right now. Because it's like, let's be real. We're going to do this superstar team up bullshit all over again where everyone's past their age. Like, I don't want to compare it to the 16-17 Knicks because that was like way worse. Those guys were way out of their prime. But it's like the jokes during that time, right? With that team, they're like, damn, Melo, Joakim Noah, D Rose, damn, this team would fucking go hard in 2012. Yeah, like this team would go hard in 2012.
Yeah.
But it's like this team, Russ, Harden, Kawhi Leonard, PG, like that would be a fire ass team in my team in 2K18
in 2017. That would have been a fucking cheat code.
That's a super team 6 years ago. But that doesn't mean shit anymore. And it kind of reminds me of at this point of like I was thinking about this like the other day with Harden want to go to the Clippers. It sounds like the Clippers at this point, if they do get Harden, what they look like, I'm gonna be real with you, is the Yankees without the championships, bro. Just buy into so many old stars that are injury riddled, they're breaking down, and they're not the same as they used to be. You're gonna have what? Harden used to be an Iron Man. Not so much the case anymore. He gets hurt once in a while. You know how it is. Westbrook's usually healthy, sure. You got PG and Kawhi, who I can bet. I wish FanDuel had something. It was like over/under games played by Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, either combined or separate. They're both playing less than 62, guaranteed. Neither of them is going to play more than 62 games. Maybe Paul George edges out for 60, but I know for a fact Kawhi is not playing more than 60 games. He's going to be in that fucking 55 range. So it's like, you really think a team like that, where at least one of those three guys, Harden, PG, or Kawhi, one of them's going to get hurt in the playoffs when things get to rolling. And besides that, it's more like it could even be two of them get hurt. Because last year, there's no PG or Kawhi. So it's like you're putting yourself into a situation. Don't pretend it's about you wanting to win. Philly's your best option to win. Embiid, like a couple years ago, we were concerned about injuries. I'm going to be real with you. Embiid is way more healthier at this point in his career than Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and James Harden himself. So Harden, if you want to win a championship, just sit your ass down and play for Philly. If you're more worried about the money or you want to be a fucking diva, force your way out. Force your way out, but don't get to the Clippers and then start bitching when the Clippers both don't get you far and don't get you paid. Because there's a lot of bloated money on that team already.
Yeah.
So it's like you're just putting yourself into an even worse situation financially. But talking about Philly, of course, if James Harden does leave, that leaves Joel Embiid without a superstar co-star. Yes, he'll have Tyrese Maxey and a pretty decent team around him, but you think Embiid's really going to look at a trade like this, let's say the Clippers, and say, yeah, I'm ready to contend again? What do you think?
I feel like if this trade goes down, Embiid might thug it out for one more year in Philly, and then that next offseason, he'll probably just be like, you know what? I did all I could. I'd like a trade. Because I don't know. Everybody's been in and out that door. He done gone through, 2-3 coaches at this point? Well, this would be his third coach, I believe. Yeah. Brett Brown, Doc, and now he got Nick Nurse. And then this is probably his second GM there. And you had Ben Simmons there. You saw how that shit turned out. Now you got James Harden. This shit is turning out to be a little bit similar. And now you don't really have time to waste if you're Embiid. You're about to be 30 years old next year in March. And you've never been out the second round. So now the clock is ticking. 30 years old is kind of like, I feel like from 27 to like 31 is like, or 32 is like the prime of like a player's career.
100%.
So you don't really have time to waste. This is like, especially for a guy like Embiid who missed his first 2 years in the league, and he's known to have injuries and deal with them throughout his whole career. So I wouldn't really want to waste time. You are the face of Philly, but does that really mean anything when you haven't really accomplished much? Yeah, you won an MVP, but people like to talk about it and say, you didn't really even deserve it. You just got it because you was whining that you never got one before. So now we're just looking at you like, all right, what is this guy really like? Is he really a winner? Or is he just a guy that puts up really good numbers and he's the face of a team, but they haven't really accomplished nothing? For Joel Embiid to solidify himself, I guess he would have to either talk to the front office or something and tell him who he wants in Philly, or he just got to get the fuck out of there and do what's best for him and just solidify his career. I don't know where that place will be. A lot of people like to say the Knicks.
It's
I don't
the most
want to.
obvious, to be honest for you. Like at this point, it's not Knicks for clicks. It's the most obvious fit
Yeah,
right now.
I'm not even trying to be on no bias shit, but yeah, the Knicks is like the hot one right now. I couldn't even think of another team that really needs a big, but the Knicks would be the front runner. But yeah, Embiid just got to sit with the front office and he just got to ask himself, like, do I still want to be here and deal with this shit? Because Philly, they haven't been on shit for a while. It's been a while, and I'm not saying the Knicks are on shit, but I guess it changes the scenery for any player. It's kind of just like a boost,
Exactly.
and you get like, I don't know, you get out of somewhere, you start somewhere new, you're gonna get a boost in production in anything, even confidence. So I don't know. It's up to Embiid at that point. I don't think Philly. I think he's done all he could in Philly at that point.
Yeah, I think I can respect that you think he's gonna thug it out for a complete season, but I'm gonna be real with you. If Harden's gone, I think he asked for a trade at the deadline, and I think he's the hottest fucking available product at the deadline. Because like in this hypothetical Clippers package, who are you getting back that's gonna wow Embiid? Because you're not getting back either of Paul George or Kawhi Leonard.
I just got a Bleacher Report now. It says Sixers want picks for Harden. It says Daryl Morey eyeing first round picks for 10-time All-Star. Not stuck on Terrence Mann.
Yeah, because why the fuck would I trade James Harden for Terrence Mann? And that's kind of this is like why I like want to have like a big rant about like the player empowerment era. It's like you're under contract and you're saying I'm only playing for one team. Same thing with Dame. I'm only going to play for one team. At least give a list. Because now you backed yourself into a corner with this Daryl Morey situation, calling him a fucking liar, and now look what he's looking for just to spite you. Picks. What do the Clippers not have, Justin?
Picks.
Exactly. So right now it's like you could be moved anywhere.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be my second time picking on them, but Daryl Morey could say fuck you and send you to Charlotte.
Yeah, he really could.
He really could. Just to spite you. There's nothing down there that he really wants, but he could do it just to spite you, just to get the fucking picks. And I think with that report, that just backs up the theory that we have. Like, dude, Embiid's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the start of the season, but I think it's going to play out until the trade deadline. Like we both said, the Knicks will give him a decent package, whether it's young talent or quote unquote star in the moment if they want Julius Randle. Like, I'll give him Julius Randle quickly. Who else? We could give him either Mitchell Robinson or Jericho Sims as three guys.
Oh, they could go in a heartbeat.
Either one and a couple of picks. I wouldn't mind, right? Like that makes sense.
I just don't want to trade Q Grimes. I don't want to.
I'm gonna be real. I'll trade if they don't want Quick, or if they don't want one of the bigs, or if they don't want Julius Randle. I'll trade Q Grimes because Embiid at the end of the day, bro, I'm still a superstar.
Nah, yeah.
But even to let go of the Knicks bias, like one team like I thought about. Jimmy Butler loves playing with Embiid, bro. They could do a straight up swap of bigs if they don't get Damian Lillard. Just swap Bam for Embiid. I don't know if I know that Miami would definitely love to have Embiid, but at the same time, are they prepared to let go of Bam? This guy who's been a key component to going to 2 finals, and you're just like, here, let's go. Let's see if Embiid will get us to the ring instead of just the finals itself. But I think of other teams in the league, I'm just saying to myself, like, who makes more sense than the Knicks? Like the Nets got nothing to offer for Embiid. The Celtics have no cards to play right now, and they got Kristaps Porzingis. Maybe like the Raptors, I guess, but it's like,
what does that do for you?
What you're kind of putting yourself in a worse situation.
Yeah,
we're already cutting out the teams like the Pistons, to be honest, because the Pistons don't really care. They got their crew. I mean, the Magic. Like, what the fuck are they going to do with that?
The Magic would be going backwards, I feel like, if they do.
Yeah, they would be going backwards because you would have, like, this young group of players. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm really trying to put Knicks bias aside to think, like, where else does Embiid fit where you're going to get back either young talent, picks or both. And it's going to be a team that Embiid takes to a whole nother level. Oh, and I forgot to mention RJ. They could have RJ too if they want, if that's what they really want to start their rebuild. But it's like the Lakers don't need him, and they have nothing to really offer. Clippers, of course, that's going to be more so Harden's team. But the Mavs don't got nothing. Spurs don't got nothing. The Rockets don't want Embiid to begin with. They're rebuilding.
Yeah.
Pelicans have like this weird thing going on. I don't know what's going on with them because it all predicates on what's going to happen with Zion.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking through every single team. I'm visioning every team. Like, Pacers, why the fuck would they want Embiid? Kings, they got their big. They don't want to run a 2 big man lineup. I'm just saying to myself, like, where the fuck else can he go? Besides New York and perhaps Miami.
Yeah.
I don't know where else he could go, but maybe we'll see how the season plays out. That's another thing that matters. We'll see, like, a big could go down. A big man could go down and immediately a contender's like, shit, here's all my fucking picks. Here's my couple of young guys. I want Embiid. Just like that, bro. Just like that. Give me Embiid. And you know what I just thought of that would be fucking crazy?
What?
You're going to call me insane, but what if the Warriors somehow finesse some shit to get Embiid? You know how unfair that shit would be?
That would be so fucking unfair.
But it's low-key possible.
They'd have to give up with like Kuminga.
Yeah, they got some young dudes out there.
Moody. Maybe I don't know how many picks they got, but I guess it is possible. That would be some bullshit. I'm like, bro, fuck that. Like
it'll be. It's like semi-possible, but at the same time, like it would have to be like Wiggs and the young guys.
Yeah,
Wiggs and the young guys and whatever draft capital they have. But that just came to mind now. Like their whole entire dynasty run. I understand you've won 4 championships, but they never had like a really good center. Imagine Embiid, Steph, Draymond, fucking, I guess Clay. We could throw Clay in there, but it's like that would be a disgusting team. Yeah. That team would be unfair. So I guess you could kind of add them because it would kind of make sense if they're really desperate to get into that championship window. Forgot about Chris Paul too because he hasn't played there yet, but he's gonna be a bench guy. But Embiid's out, bro. Embiid is out. I mean, do you have any other options that he could go to? Because I'm just thinking right now, Knicks, Heat, and the dark horse would be the fucking Warriors.
The Warriors was a good one. I didn't even think about that. That would be fucking unfair if he went to the Warriors. The Heat, yeah, we know he got ties to Jimmy Butler and shit, but I don't know. The Heat would be a good move, but like you said, I don't know if they'd be ready to move off of Bam. Both of these guys have been dealing with injuries the last couple of years. Well, we know about Embiid, but Bam's been dealing with injuries. If he was to pull that trigger and go for Embiid, I feel like Miami would have to get like a safety blanket for Embiid. A good backup big. Cody Zeller is not going to cut it. You need somebody like solid, kind of like Isaiah Hartenstein, but I'm not trying to be biased, but
but what the fuck do we get out of that? What we get Bam? But in a 3-man trade, 3-team trade?
But yeah, Miami, if you're gonna pull that trigger, you need something for Embiid just in case he goes down. I'm not saying get fucking the best backup big in the league, but you need something just to keep you guys afloat, or because you know he's gonna miss like 25 to 30 games every year, so you're gonna have to be prepared for that. We know Bam's been doing that, but he's been missing games too. But now you're upgrading to an even better center. But this guy might miss even more games than Bam. So you kind of just have to like see. I guess you're kind of just better off trading for Dame because Dame doesn't really miss games like that. He had that one injury one year, and then I feel like every other year Portland just shut him down just to get
the fucking pick.
Yeah, just to get the pick. But yeah, you could go for Embiid, but I wouldn't really want to risk that. Fuck that.
I'm just thinking to myself like, the whole landscape of the NBA, like, could just completely change, bro, if Embiid and Harden go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just completely, you just turn everything the fuck upside down. Because a yearly contender in Philly would just fucking collapse, fall all the way down, and be anywhere in between fucking 11 and 15.
And then another team moves up.
Another team, that opens space for another fucking team, bro. That moves up for another team, not just into playoff status, but into contender status.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it every single year since the 17-18 season. It's when are the Sixers going to push through, make it to the conference finals. By that point in time, back then, in that 17-18 season, it was like, bro, it's only inevitable. Like it's not a question of if, it's a question of when they're gonna go to the finals. And they never even did it. They never even got to the step before.
Yeah.
They never got past step 2. But with the Clippers, am I scared of a big 4 of Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, PG? No. Would the league be on standby if Embiid was a Knick, Warrior, or Miami Heat? I completely think so. Especially the Knicks, because we're going to be biased. Like, I would love to see fucking, let's say Randall goes out. I'd love to see fucking Brunson, Hart, RJ. Who's going to run the 4 for us? I guess we could do Hartenstein because Randall would be out, and then Embiid. I like that team, bro. And then you go to the fucking Warriors, which makes it sound even more unfair. Steph, Clay, throw whoever the fuck you want out at small forward at that point. Then Dre and Embiid.
Yeah.
That's a championship team right there. And that's a team where I hate load management, but you can afford to load manage him.
Yeah, you could.
Because you're the fucking Warriors, bro. You're the Warriors. You can load manage him and still win all these games with Steph. Maybe even alternate the load management. Steph, because Steph's getting a little bit older. Steph, you're going to sit this game. We need Embiid to fucking play the stretch. And, of course, Chris Paul is going to need load management no matter what, because he's about to be fucking 40, and he's out of his prime. But, yeah, man, I'm kind of just thinking to myself, like, even with that, it brings up the conversation of, like, all right, so you got Dame, Harden wanting to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Harden leaves, that's going to lead to Embiid wanting to get out. Who do you think would be the next superstar to ask for a trade then? Or even like star level player, like top 30 guy, who's going to be the next guy to ask for a trade? Because it seems like we see 2 or 3 superstars get traded every year at this point.
It's always hard to predict because, like, you never know. Everything happens and then you kind of think something's going to happen, but you never know. If I was to guess, maybe. I'm not saying because I think or I have knowledge that he's going to, but
You don't got sources?
no, I don't have sources. Fuck that. I'm just throwing a name, maybe a possible name. Well, I'll probably say like Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine's a good shout out.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that's a good dark horse. 'Cause right now, like you said, we don't know what happens. So thinking of dark horses, man. Well, where do you think he should go? First off, where do you think he would end up if anything? Of course, the Knicks have been in contact with him. Anyone could use a really good shooting guard that could create his own shot and even play make a little at this point.
I mean, if Zach LaVine, to me, I feel like he would be like a good like number 2 or number 3 guy on a championship team. So, but I don't know if he knows that yet. But I feel like going to a team where he's not the guy and he's maybe the number 2, I think that would be really good for him. I don't know what that team would be because I feel like a lot of teams either have their second guy or they're just in rebuild mode. So it's like, I guess it would have to be like a playoff team that's not really a contender. They're just like a
You mean like the New York Knicks?
I don't even know if I'd want to see that because I feel like if
I don't want to see it.
Because I feel like in New York he would be teetering between best guy and second best guy. I feel like for him to be in his best position as like to win a championship, I feel like he would have to be like the number 2 guy. We could run down the teams like Milwaukee got Middleton.
I appreciate the respect for Chris Middleton, bro.
What's it called? Boston. You got Jaylen Brown there.
Another guy who used to fit that mold of he's the next guy to get traded.
Yeah. Philly.
He's not even moving.
Philly is a big question mark. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen there.
I'm not going to lie. You just brought that up now. That could be interesting if Philly somehow, they trade Harden to the Clippers, or if they even went for a direct swap, Harden for LaVine. That would be a really good replacement.
That would be pretty good, yeah.
I would like, Maxey, LaVine, and Embiid. That's a really good big 3 right there.
That would be a good 3. And then the Cavs, they kind of have their guys already. You got the Knicks. We talked about that. We're not really too crazy on it. Who's another team? Toronto, he would just go back to what Chicago is now, basically.
Exactly.
It'll be the same shit. The Nets wouldn't really be nothing. He would be the guy again. It would just be him and McCall. It would be exciting. Yeah, it would be cool to watch, but
they got to rebuild. That's like a 38 to 42 win team right there.
Yeah,
It's nothing special.
That's exactly what that shit is. And then who was the eighth seed this past year?
The Hawks have their backcourt.
Yeah,
They already have their backcourt.
that would be cool. But that's another team that would probably still be mid if you just swap out DeJounte for Zach. Zach is better than DeJounte.
You get worse defensively though. So much.
Yeah,
worse
you get worse
defensively.
defensively, but to me, that team is still like kind of mid.
It
And then
was boring.
after that, you're just going to like the Wizards.
We skipped Miami though, but Miami, even then, it's like you get a kind of upgrade over Tyler Hero, but I'm not excited about the team itself. I'm not scared.
I don't really care about that because it's like you're gonna get another guy that needs the ball. I mean, Jimmy Butler could play without the ball. We see him playmaking and stuff, but Zach LaVine and Jimmy Butler together, it'd be cool. But I don't know if that's like overwhelming contenders, even though they just went to the finals. But yeah, you'd have to get rid of Tyler Hero. But I feel like Tyler Hero fits in so well with them because he could play with the ball, without the ball. Zach LaVine could do it a little bit, but I feel like he's way more effective with the ball in his hands.
And then at that point, after that, you get, unfortunately, like the bottom feeder size rebuilding teams. Pistons don't need that.
Wizards don't need that.
Wizards don't need that.
Orlando don't need that.
Definitely don't need that.
Yeah, Charlotte don't need that.
And then what we move
Even
on
though Charlotte would be kind of fun, but they're not.
They'll be fun, but
they wouldn't be on shit.
That's 38 wins. Charlotte would be stuck where they've been the past 2 years besides last year, which is you're in the play-in and then you lose the first game.
Yeah.
Because they're always in the fucking play-in and they lose.
And what about the West?
I mean, the Nuggets are fine. I would not touch anything with the Nuggets.
Yeah, the Nuggets are fine.
I wouldn't touch anything with the Warriors, realistically speaking. Like, I wouldn't want LaVine on the Warriors. If I'm the Warriors, the only trade I'm making is for a really fucking good all-star level big man.
Zach on Memphis?
Would be cool, but it's like you move. What would that look like?
Nah, yeah,
like, forget the trade, just the team itself. Like, let's say you do keep like Desmond Bane, for example, who I think would kind of have to be on the way out.
Yeah, he would.
Like, what the fuck? Like, even with Desmond Bane, what do you do? Like, that's nothing crazy.
I'm not that crazy because I already like how Desmond Bane fits in there. He's a low maintenance, like kind of up and coming. I could say he's like a low budget, like could be an all-star type of guy.
He's a very good second option too. So it's like,
yeah,
you're making the trade for no
and
reason.
he don't even really need the ball like that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like he complements Ja Morant really well. I'm trying to look through other teams. Lakers, I wouldn't touch shit, except for maybe like D'Lo. Pause. That's that's probably the only thing I would like move. And even then, you don't even really need Zach LaVine like that because you already went through that 3-star bullshit. We already know the formula is the 2 stars, role players, and yeah, Clippers. That shit's a mess.
I want to go back real quick with the Lakers. Like, 3-star only didn't work out because it was Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
and he doesn't space the floor. I think it low key could work out with Zach LaVine, especially with LeBron and AD missing a lot of games. I don't think that really fucks up Zach LaVine's numbers. And he would be a better complementary piece than fucking Russell Westbrook would be.
Yeah,
or what he
That's
was
true.
from what we already saw. And D'Lo, at this point in his career, like, he's not even in the same tier. He's probably 2 tiers below Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
So, yes, you do need the role players. I completely agree. 2 stars and role players is the way to go. But I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to start a big 3 with Zach LaVine on the Lakers. I think it could work out, but I would definitely stick to that 2-guy formula.
they probably could make it happen. I know they got the D'Lo contract and the Rui contract. That shit matches up with Kyrie shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they might pull the trigger to try to get Kyrie. I probably at this point in time, I think I'd low key rather have Zach LaVine.
At this point in time, yeah, I'd rather have Zach LaVine than Kyrie.
Yeah, I think I would just rather, not saying Kyrie's ass, but like, I don't know, Zach LaVine, I feel like could offer something different to the team.
It's something different. He's younger.
Yeah.
You're not getting the controversy off the court. Unfortunately, the past couple of years, unless LeBron can, like, I don't know how to say it, like, in a respectful way, but, like, I guess LeBron could, like, tie him down and tell him to chill the fuck out. But besides that, like, Kyrie's just been a cancer to certain locker rooms. And Zach LaVine, we've never seen anything wrong with Zach LaVine. We haven't heard any reports. I mean, I guess the only thing that he complained about was Boylan making them run practices and shit after a back-to-back, but he was completely in the right for that. because Boylen was a terrible fucking coach. But I would definitely rather have Zach LaVine than Kyrie.
You know, it's a team we low key miss in the East. They wouldn't be contenders, but I feel like in like 2 years, if they make the right steps and they add Zach LaVine, they could be on some shit.
Who do we miss? We skip somebody, or we just didn't talk about them enough?
I mean, we just skipped them.
Who?
The Pacers.
Oh shit, we did skip the Pacers.
I feel like the Pacers with Zach and that the team they already got, like Foreman, that would be pretty tough.
I feel bad.
But
Niggas, all niggas forget the Pacers.
Yeah, but that's a team though. I feel like they'd be kind of like 2-3 years away from like contention. Right now, they're kind of just like figuring shit out. Their team is young, so. But I feel like maybe in like 2-3 years from now, you add Zach to that team. That would be pretty cool. You got Tyrese. You got Obi's coming in. We haven't seen him with the Pacers yet, but that's going to be exciting. You still got Miles Turner. Taylor Hendricks is no, I'm confusing. Jarris Walker's there now. Buddy Hield is still there. You got Benedict Mathurin. If Zach comes, Benedict Mathurin could come off the bench and give you 20.
Well, we can't forget shit got to go the other way too.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm the Bulls,
they're asking for Benedict Mathurin.
First nigga I'm asking for is Benedict Mathurin.
They're gonna be
off
like,
rip.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, give me Benedict Mathurin, give me Jarris Walker, give me
and
some
picks.
Yeah, if that's the case.
But you still have Tyrese, you still have Obi, you still have Miles Turner, and then Zach LaVine. That's still a really good fucking team.
That still is a good team.
And that's projecting.
That's like a sneaky team. Like I feel like that team could fuck around, go to like
second
round, maybe sneak into the ECF. Because I feel like some teams, like the Bucks, the Celtics, the Heat, those are teams that were like, at worst, they'll probably go to the ECF. And then there's other teams like the Knicks, the Cavs, the Sixers, and like those lower, the teetering teams of contention.
Like the Hawks,
for them, it's just like something just has to go right. Like one of the top teams got to get knocked down. Somebody has to get injured, unfortunately. And one of those teams in the middle, they might sneak in and get a conference finals appearance. They might sneak in and get a finals appearance. So in the NBA, anything can happen. So when I say the Pacers with Zach and shit, they could go to the ECF. That don't mean that they're definitely making it. I'm saying that'd be a team, they'll probably make the second round. If shit falls into play in their favor, they could probably sneak into the conference finals.
No, I know exactly what you mean when you say that, because it's like, think about it like this, like you just said it, right? There's 3 constant Eastern Conference Finals contenders every single year. It's only 2 spots for that.
Yeah.
So already one of those guys got to get knocked out by the other one, right?
Yeah.
Then, like you said, an injury cap, and let's say Giannis gets hurt again, Middleton gets hurt again, and then let's say with the Celtics, God forbid, like Jason Tatum gets hurt, Jaylen Brown gets hurt. With the Heat, damn, it's gonna suck if Jimmy gets hurt again. Easy ass advantage, and then boom, you knock one of those teams out that unfortunately gets hurt. You're in the conference finals, bro. It just happens like that, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just luck into it, even without injuries. Look at the Hawks. The Hawks made it when, honestly speaking, they really shouldn't have. They had no business making it to Eastern Conference Finals. But again, it's because on the other side, the Bucks didn't have to see the Celtics, which Jaylen Brown was down, and they beat the Nets, or the other contender. And they faced Philly, who just had a generational fuck up. That's another thing we didn't include. It's very rare, but there's a generational choke that could happen.
Yeah.
And that's it. You have a ticket into the conference finals and a chance for the fucking finals.
We saw it in 2012 too. D Rose went down game 1. Philly beat them in that series, and then they played Boston in round 2. They were a game away from going to the ECF.
And Boston was like not even in their contending years anymore.
Yeah. And people even say for Boston, the reason they got to the ECF that year was because D Rose went down.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And
they were a game away from the finals.
And if we really look at every single year, well, we could find a couple anomalies, bro. It happens. What's it called?
09.
The Jazz. Jazz made it to the conference finals, if I'm not mistaken, with Darren Williams. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they did.
They made it one year.
It was 09, I think.
09 or 08?
Oh, no, 08.
09
yeah, the
was
Nuggets.
Melo.
Yeah, the Nuggets, yeah.
And then
it was 08.
That's because, or maybe it might have even been, it was 07 or 08. Because
wasn't it though?
It's because they beat the We Believe Warriors who beat the Mavs. So it was 07.
07 they went to the WCF.
So shit just happens, bro. sometimes shit just falls into place, generational chokes, injuries, or just the sense of there's multiple contenders, one got to sit down. That's just how it works out, bro.
The '09 Celtics.
The '09 Celtics.
KG was hurt.
KG was fucking hurt, and then what does that leave out?
Opened the door for the Magic.
The Magic had their first fucking finals appearance since fucking Shaq. But yeah, Zach LaVine, Pacers, that'd be cool. Knicks are linked with him. I guess if they can't get Donovan Mitchell or Embiid, pull the trigger. But Lakers might be a low-key option. But yeah, my dark horse, to be honest, to get traded is going to be one of the Pelican boys. Either Zion Williamson. It's going to be Zion or Brandon Ingram. I don't really know if Brandon Ingram is really like a top 30 guy at the moment. But Zion, when healthy, as we've seen, it's a fucking superstar. In my opinion, top 15 player by far. Probably falls into like number 12. Barely out of the top 10. Whether it's because of Zion's... Whether it's because B.I. is like, bro, I'm tired of Zion always being... fucking fat, I guess, because I can't even say hurt. I'm tired of Zion being fucking fat and out of shape. I want to go win. Now, I know he's a chill dude, but like everyone has their breaking point.
Yeah,
he could be gone, or it could be the sense of like, bro, we're tired of trying with Zion. Just go somewhere else, figure out somewhere else, right? Who would want Brandon Ingram? When it comes to Brandon Ingram, I don't know where he could specifically go. That would like, it's just a great match, and it's the same thing with Zion. I mean. Again, the Knicks are always going to be linked to people like Zion. They've been linked to Zion for a while now, even after he was drafted and everything. But
yeah,
when it comes to Brandon Ingram, he would help any good like all-star, pardon me, he's an all-star that can help any type of playoff team. So it's just me thinking like, who really needs a 3-level fucking mismatch guy that's going to be able to score for you, whether as a first option, second option for a playoff team? Or a team that's in the plan that pushes you over. Like, what do the Hawks look like with Brandon Ingram? That's an underrated type of fit.
Yeah.
It's one that people don't think about. I would like that team. I think that would be a good next step for them. I don't know where B.I. could go, but Zion, I think Zion at this point in his career, he's not going to get healthy and in shape in fucking New Orleans with the gumbo, with the fried chicken, with the beignets, with the seafood boils, with the shrimp po' boys every day, with the porn stars. Like, I don't think that New Orleans is a fit for him, bro. Maybe if he gets to change the scenery, he just loses all that weight, changes his mindset. He's like, bro, like I want to fucking win now. I want to play basketball. You get back a guy that's, let's say, 26, 8-4, or 8-5, 5 assists.
Yeah.
And that's a beast. That's all-NBA talent right there. That's a superstar. All it could take, man, is just probably just one quick change of scenery, changes your mindset, changes your health, changes how you look at the game, and you could just be a fucking superstar again.
Yeah.
I would love to see Zion back on the court at this point.
I think for Brandon Ingram, I would like to see him on a team that's also... I feel like him on a contending team would be fire. Him as like the second or third guy on a contending team would be type fire. I don't know why. I don't think it would happen, but like I was just thinking, like, imagine just swapping Middleton and Brandon Ingram. That would be pretty fire.
You don't want to fuck with what works already.
Yeah, but I feel like it was just cool to think about. I don't know where I could see Brandon Ingram at. It would have to be, I guess maybe like down the line. Like if you, I feel like that would fuck shit up. But I was gonna say like the Magic. Maybe down the line.
It'll be kind of cool, but
it'll be kind of cool.
I think he's blocking off Paolo and Franz, who maybe at a lower level currently, they do the same thing.
It's tough. Maybe it's a team that's like, we don't see it now, but then in a few years, they might become contenders like that. And then something happens. Because like in 2012, if you told me in fucking 2-3 years that the Warriors were going to be like one of the best teams in the league, I would be like, no way. I would not believe you. So yeah, you never know. So some team could just come out of nowhere. Imagine, I'm trying to think of a team. Imagine him on the Timberwolves. But then even then, I like McDaniels there.
Speaking of Timberwolves, I don't want to get away from BI, but also Towns has been linked to leaving for a minute.
Oh yeah.
But back to like BI, man. I mean, like, like Ant Edwards, Bi, and Gobert. Let's say for whatever reason Towns and him get swapped or some shit. Like it will look cool in the moment, but you're not hitting another level. You're stuck in that 8-7 seed. You're stuck in the play-in, realistically speaking.
Yeah, because 2 scoring wings, that's always a good combo. But then you got to figure out everything else around it.
You need a really good point guard.
You
though.
need
That's
a really
not
good
selfish.
point guard. Yeah, Mike Conley is great, but he's getting up there in age.
In his prime, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, Mike Conley in his prime, that would have been fucking
Because he's
great.
really unselfish, plays defense, can score a little bit. Like 2017, Mike Conley with Ant Edwards and Bi, that's a really good team. But at this point in time, like you need a unselfish point guard that's younger.
And then McDaniels is a lock-up wing.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really need the ball to score. I know he's going to probably take strides and progress as a scorer now just because the role is going to open up for him. But like with Brandon Ingram there, he'd be the perfect role player to those guys. I feel like, yeah, with a point guard, that'd be...
Role player is crazy.
No, but like I said, being a role player is not bad. He would be like a high-level role player. Like I look at Jaden McDaniels as like a high-end role player.
But you talking about McDaniels? I thought you were talking about Bi.
Oh no, Bi.
I thought you called Bi role player.
No, I was talking about
that's crazy.
No, I was talking about McDaniels.
Okay. That's also why I kind of said like the Hawks, bro. Like that would be nasty. People view Trey the same way that people used to view CP in his peak, like kind of like a selfish playmaker, right? Like, you know, just trying to get rid of the rock to get the assist. Same thing with Rondo.
Pass first ball hog.
Pass first ball hog. There we go. I said selfish playmaker. Pass first ball hog. That's kind of what he is. Like a playmaking ball hog. You get DeJounte, it brings the defense. Whatever goes out, whatever. But if I'm the Hawks and BI is available, jumping on that shit. Because BI is pretty fucking underrated. Even at this point in his career.
Nah, he really is.
He's still really fucking underrated.
That series against the Suns, bro, that shit was... He was cooking them.
This is a 3-level scorer with height. Like I said earlier, it's a mismatch issue. He's going to give you 25 on that Hawks team. It's going to see a little bit of a drop, like 23 points. I'll take that. 23 from him, like 19 from DeJounte, 26, 27 from Trey. I'll take that. The defense, though, it'll get worse. But at that point, if I'm the Hawks, you already got Trey on. Just go all in on offense because you're obviously not trying to surround him with defenders. So just go all in on offense, bro.
And then for Zion, I feel like Zion's going to go to a team where the GM is going to take a risk. He's like, either let me try to save my job or I really think there's something there with Zion. So they'll probably just take a risk with him, see what he could bring. And I think that'll be it. We don't know where he could go. It could be like a rebuilding team that's still, because Zion is still 23, so he kind of fits the timeline for a younger team. So it could be like a team that isn't really on shit, and they're just like, fuck it, we suck anyway. Let's just take the chance, because you never know. Zion is still young as shit. If Zion was like 32 going through this shit, I
wouldn't touch it.
Nobody would even be touching it.
But he's 24 years old, 23 years old, bro. Yeah. Take the flyer, bro. Like,
yeah.
First 2 teams I'm thinking about. Pistons, why not? You have the young talent.
That shit would be scary.
You have a lot of, especially young bigs, bro. Get rid of some of those fucking young bigs.
Yeah, you guys got all the bigs in the league, bro.
All the reclamation projects. That's
everybody.
The fucking problem. Get some of them out the door. Throw some picks along with it. You got your picks. Send that all the way down to New Orleans. Or, I know people call it home to him, but he's from South Carolina. Send him to Charlotte, bro.
That would be fun.
Send him to Charlotte. I guess that's my apology to Charlotte. You don't think that works?
No,
LaMelo.
It'd be fun. But like the shit that goes on in Charlotte, get him the fuck out of there. There's always some extracurricular shit going on in Charlotte.
He's doing something extracurricular already, bro. At that point,
yeah, it's true. But
just do it.
Fuck that.
And it feels every young guy is doing some extracurricular shit. At this point.
But in Charlotte, it's very fucking magnified for some reason. I don't know.
I guess, but it's like. He's already got the issues that he has, but it's like it just seems like a young star. Well, not even young star, young player thing. Because I just thought about fucking Josh Primo. Had Josh Primo's issues. John Morant, LaMelo.
I forgot about Josh Primo.
Miles Bridges. Zion is. I think it's just a young player thing at this point. So at this point, like it doesn't matter because no one has vets anyways.
He would fit right in.
Send him to Charlotte.
Nah, on court that shit would be fucking fire. But I'm like shit. he's gonna go through the same, even more bullshit probably.
And if they didn't have Obi, I would say the Pacers would be fire because he would just be a higher level fucking Obi Toppin at that point. Because it's like at this point, you kind of want to send him somewhere more like quiet, I guess you could say. I don't think he'll be able to handle LA and New York because at this point, bro, if you're getting this much attention in New Orleans, that's just only going to get 10 times worse on either coast city. You're going to be fucked, bro. You're going to be absolutely fucked. That's why I like Charlotte. It's close to his original home. You got the young guys with you. And I think that team right there, it's not a contender, but you're not a playing team either. You're a 6 seed like that. LaMelo and Zion, maybe you keep Bridges too. That's a 6 seed. The Pistons, I don't know if you go into that same territory as Charlotte, but I think you're a solidified playing team, 7, 8 seed.
Yeah.
But I think the underrated trade targets for this year after the Embiids, the Hardens, the Dames, I like Zach LaVine. I'm going to say either of the two New Orleans boys. And we're not going to go too deep into Cat, but maybe Cat, because Cat's always in fucking discussions. I don't believe in this Twin Towers thing that Minnesota got going on. Didn't believe in it back then when it first happened. I don't know how some people were saying this is a top 5 team right here in the West.
No.
2 big man lineups don't fucking work anymore. What is this? Fucking 2005? That shit don't work anymore, bro. But yeah, here's one thing I want to ask you about though, because this was on my mind. I know we took a little bit of a break from the pod to get everything together for here. But last episode we talked about the Hall of Fame, talked about how easy it is, right?
Yeah.
I saw the craziest article, and it's real. The guys who are on the ballot for next year. Vince Carter, that's obviously makes sense. 20-something year career, really good peak, popularity, cool guy, whatever, right? Really good player, good stats. And then the quality just fucking drops, bro. It goes Vince Carter's all the way up here. All right, that's the first ballot guy. Then you got Joakim Noah. So that's what, 2 All-Star games, a DPOY, top 5 MVP voting one time. Not even Hall of Very Good, not Hall of Good either. You got Kyle Korver, 1-time All-Star, made a lot of threes, sure, but it's like the guy's never even averaged, I don't think, 15 points per game. Because when he was an All-Star, he was like at 14 points per game. And then this is the one that you're going to laugh at. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Why is he on the ballot? Marvin Williams.
Come on, bro.
And it's real. Like, it's real. Like, it shows it in the article. It's like, he was a 15-year role player, blah, 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 blah. He was in the league for so long, so that's why they would consider him. And also, his college career. That's another thing that they wanted to push Joakim Noah for, because he had 2 championships with Florida in college.
Back to back.
But I don't give a... I know you love college, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, me personally, when it comes to Hall of Fame, it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. But man, I'm always gonna see it as the NBA Hall of Fame, bro. Because like I'm more worried about the NBA talent that's there. Because to be real with you, if someone goes to college, wins all 4 years, and he gets picked like 5th in the draft, and that nigga just averages like 10 points for his entire NBA career, I don't want that guy in the Hall. No All-Star games, nothing. No All-NBA. I don't want him in the Hall. All right, he won 4 championships all 4 years of college. I could care less, bro. But that list is just crazy to me. Guys coming back on the ballot: Chauncey, Amari, Sean Marion, what's his name? Something Faust, but that guy's from like the fucking 60s. I was like, who the fuck is that? I looked him up. He was multiple time All-Star in the 60s. But man, it just keeps making me think about like, why is the Basketball Hall of Fame got to be so weak, bro? That we're considering Marvin Williams, Kyle Korver, Joakim Noah. Like, bro, and I always compare. I don't know what the Football Hall of Fame process is like. Is it easy?
Nah, it's hard.
It's hard as fuck?
It's hard, yeah.
So why is it that...
Kirk Cousins probably won't make it. And Stafford, he might get in.
Is Jared Goff going to make it?
At this point, probably not.
But Phillip Rivers is going to go in, right? He got to.
He should, yeah.
Thank you. That's a Hall of Fame level player right there. But it's like, you compare it. You just said football is really hard. I explained to you last time, like, baseball, it's super fucking hard, bro. Like, you got to be top 10 player for 12 years and then a top 30 player for another 5, and then you can retire.
Yeah.
And even then, you'll probably not be voted in the first 2 times. But it's like Vince Carter is the only guy on that list that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Those other guys, all due respect, Joakim Noah has no place to be in consideration for the Hall of Fame. And he's the second best guy on the fucking ballot, bro.
Marvin Williams is fucking crazy, bro.
It's disgusting.
You said they're considering him because he played a long time.
A long time. 15 years. Consistent role player.
That makes no sense
And
because
something about his contract. I could open the article. I'll read it word for word while you tell me more.
that makes no sense because Kevin Willis played from 1985 to 2007. And he was a one-time All-Star. He won a chip with the Spurs. And he made All-NBA in like 1992. And he's not even a fucking Hall of Famer. So if we're going by that same logic, then Kevin Willis should be in the Hall of Fame. Even though Kevin Willis shouldn't even be in the Hall of Fame.
Sorry, another one I forgot. I'm going to tell you after.
Yeah.
Another guy who doesn't deserve it. But Williams was a solid role player over his 15 NBA seasons. He was a perennial starter for the Hawks, Jazz, and Hornets, averaging 12.1 points and 5.4 rebounds per game during his peak from 07 to 2012. Williams' accomplishments at North Carolina helps boost his resume, winning an NCAA national championship with the Tar Heels and ACC Rookie of the Year in 2005.
He averaged 11 points as a freshman. And people forget that, like, that Carolina team, like, they act like he was, like, the main guy, bro. That was a team, bro.
Talk to me, college boy. Talk to me.
They had Raymond Felton, Rashad McCants, Sean May, Marvin Williams as a freshman. Like, that was a team. Like, that wasn't Marvin Williams coming in as a freshman, like, cooking shit up. That was a team. Like, I don't know why they put so much stock into that shit.
Because, like, they're probably just trying to fill it out because they have no names coming in. The other name that I forgot, Jamal Crawford. I feel like that's going to be, like, the controversial one because people are going to be like, he changed what it means to be a sixth man, 3-time sixth man of the year. And honestly, bro, like, to start with, I don't even put stock into the sixth man of the year fucking awards, to be honest with you. Like, for example, when Quickly didn't win, I wasn't like, fuck, man. Like, why didn't Quickly win sixth man of the year? What the fuck, man? Why is it Brogdon? Like, it's like, bro, like, you're the best guy off the bench, and most of the time, it's like you should be starting, but you're just on the bench because you'd be much better against the bench players. Like, the only sixth man that I respect is Ginobili.
Yeah.
Because he quite literally could have gone to any other fucking team and been All-NBA every single year. Because he was All-NBA as a sixth man, bro. That's crazy to me. Jamal Crawford didn't do that. You know, Lou Will, who's tied with Jamal Crawford, most sixth man of the years, did not do that, bro. J.R. Smith, when I knew the award was a joke, was when J.R. Smith was sixth man of the year. He was playing like 34 minutes a game. The game starts, play for 2 minutes, take out Shump, put in J.R. And Shump was getting his minutes, but Shump was averaging less minutes than J.R. Put in J.R. Smith. And he just plays 34 fucking minutes a game. He's starting. He's basically starting, except the first 2 minutes, and he's closing. Yeah. So I don't give a fuck about sixth man of the year. I think it's such an overrated award. I don't even think it should be an award, to be honest, bro.
It's a cool award, but like
I don't think it's an award. I think it's an award that's led to the overrating of certain players, like Jamal Crawford.
I don't think I've given a fuck about the awards since like J.R. Smith won.
Then that was only because he won as a Knick.
But like when James Harden won, I thought it was cool because like.
But we knew what he could be, bro, as a starter. Like,
and when Lamar Odom won, it was cool. But like after a certain point, it just wasn't cool no more. Like,
because it's just all right. Every sixth man of the year usually follows the same fucking mold. It's you're a skinny shooting guard that plays no fucking defense.
You're an undersized 2 guard.
Yeah.
That just gets buckets off the bench.
And you're 6'4", you're a fucking shooting guard. You can score. You could dribble, but you can't play make. You can't play defense. All you can do is score.
Yeah, all you could do. That's literally your only role. Just go in and get buckets.
Which is why, in my opinion, this is my problem with the Sixth Man of the Year award, which is a whole separate rant. But it's like, Sixth Man of the Year just means best scorer off the bench.
Yeah. I
think Bobby Portis as a sixth man is more valuable than Quickly and Brogdon.
Yeah.
He might not score as much as them. I'd much rather have him as my sixth man than those two guys. I'd much rather have him than prime Lou Will. I'd rather have him than sixth man of the year, Eric Gordon. Like, I care less. Like, remember the Rockets had Lou Will and Eric Gordon, and they're both in the running for sixth man of the year.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work? One of them got to be the seventh man, technically speaking.
I remember that shit. Yeah.
So how the fuck does that work? One of them's the seventh man. You got two sixth man of the years going against each other, and there was friendly competition between them. But it's like, I could care less. Jamal Crawford, not a Hall of Famer. They're probably going to put him in just because he won the award so many times. But if he was just a starting level guard, because remember, he's never made the All-Star game. If he was just a starting level guard with all those same averages, because realistically speaking, he was still averaging 30-something minutes. So he's averaging those 16, 17, 20 points per game his whole career, no All-Star game. He's not a Hall of Famer. I mean, like, there's a lot of guys who put up those numbers, had similar accolades, but no sixth man of the year, and they don't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, and I'm going to be biased because he's one of my favorite players ever, but he didn't have the longevity of Jamal Crawford, like, peak for peak. Like, Monte Ellis did way more than Jamal Crawford. And I love Monte Ellis. He did way more at his peak than Jamal Crawford. That's 26, 27 points per game in a time where there wasn't so much volume of shooting threes and high scoring games. But it's like, we put too much value into this award, bro. Like, Michael Redd will never be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's done way more than Jamal Crawford. If the Sixth Man of the Year award never existed, he's done way more than Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
It's just, he's gonna get in though, because people are gonna say he is Mr. Sixth Man of the Year. He scored fucking 50 at 39 years old. That's a record. I could care less, bro.
Yeah.
Make the Hall of Fame hard to get into.
And back to that 05 Carolina team, bro. They had 4 lottery picks in that draft.
So the niggas was like because you know how to watch cars. That's like what year was it? Like,
that's like
2010 Wildcats.
It's like the 2015 Wildcats.
Oh yeah, 2015 was dirty too.
They went 38-1, but they had
Book,
Trey Lyles, Towns, the Harrison twins, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, Cauley-Stein too.
Yeah, that team was stacked.
And 2010 was Boogie, John Wall, Eric Bledsoe,
Patrick Patterson. And they had Daniel Orton, I think.
Daniel Orton?
Yeah.
What? Who the fuck is that?
I just remember him from 2K. He was like at the bottom of the roster.
Randy's cousin?
I don't know if it was Orton or Thornton, some shit like that.
Could be Thornton.
Yeah, because Marvin Williams went 2 in that draft. Raymond Felton went 5.
That was a CP draft.
Yeah. Sean May went 13, and then Rashad McCants went 14.
Yeah, but it's like, like you said, it was a team effort. So
yeah, it was a team effort.
It's not like this guy averaged 25, which isn't even a thing in college. You don't really average more than like 20
and if you do, the team is probably ass.
Your team is ass, yeah. And you're the only guy that could hoop.
Like Jimmy Fredette. I mean, no, not Jimmy Fredette. Doug McDermott averaged like 27 a game.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
That nigga was at Creighton.
Yeah. But like, that's like going to the 15 Kentucky team, and like Trey Lyles should be a Hall of Famer because he's been a long time role player and he was a part of a great team in college.
That's stupid, bro. Yeah, I don't like that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a joke. Like, for example, like I said, like fucking baseball standards, bro. Like, you went to the Yankee game yesterday, for example, right?
Bro, that shit was horrible.
Do you know Isaiah Kiner Falefa?
No.
Exactly. That nigga's just a role player on the Yankees. If that nigga played 10 more years, like, our niggas really gonna be like, wow, he was playing for a long time. No all-star game. He was kind of just there on the bench. Put that nigga on the ballot. Bro, you at least got to be a 1 or 2 time all-star to even make it. And it's like I keep saying, bro, like 5 all-star games and an MVP in baseball, you could get 7% of the vote. Jason Giambi was on the ballot twice, hit 460-something home runs, won an MVP, was like a 7-time All-Star, went to a World Series. This nigga was kicked off the ballot for steroid reasons, true too, but it's like he was kicked off the ballot after the second time. Niggas don't make it for that long unless you're really fucking good, bro. So it's like, why are we even listing Kyle Korver, Joakim Noah, fucking Jamal Crawford? Why are we mentioning these guys? And I hate to say it, but unfortunately, like also like in a baseball sense, I'm always gonna hold these guys because at this point, I don't know if it'll be like a cool like podcast type of episode thing, but I would like to rewrite the entire Hall of Fame and see who I would cut out. Like I'm willing to look through every Hall of Fame induction player wise, men, and be like, I'm cutting you out. Like Tony Kukoc, I'm cutting you out, bro. ASAP.
That'll be a fucking long ass episode.
That's a long ass episode, but at the end of the day, like Jordan, you got the inner circle. You got Jordan's 100% in. He's getting the 100% vote, unanimous. Bill Russell and Wilt would be unanimous. Kareem would be unanimous. And then you think about it, it's like niggas like Karl Malone, that's like 90%. Barkley's like a 90%er. Like these are this like in baseball, I call it inner circle Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
But it's like Chauncey Billups, great player, a player I've been a fan of for a while when I was a kid. He's not a baseball Hall of Famer by those standards. Finals MVP, if I had to guess, what, like 4 or 5 All-Star games, maybe 2, 3 All-NBAs.
Wasn't he second or third for MVP one year?
Maybe.
I forgot what year that was.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think so. You know why? Because that was definitely a Pistons year. And if you think about it, from his Pistons like peak, like let's say 2004 to like '08, automatically in the conversation is Steve Nash, Kobe, Dirk, LeBron, and Wade. That's like 5 dudes already.
I think I saw some shit. Like I think it was '06.
So he's got to be better than 2 of those guys, which is crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I saw it was like '06 that he was like third for MVP. I was like, what? I didn't even know that.
I low-key want to fact check that.
Yeah, I gotta look at that shit.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, Chauncey wouldn't make it. Love Amari Stoudemire, especially as a son. So when he became a Knick, like me, when I was that age, I was like, we was like 10, 11 years old. I'm like, yo, I'm so fucking hyped, bro. Amari Stoudemire is a Knick. Like, we're back. I was like, we're going to win a championship with him.
And that first year was fucking great.
It was amazing. It was a crazy high, bro. Like, that's all I could describe it as. It was a high.
That Raymond Felton that year was great, too.
He was good. And then you get Melo the next year, and like, wow, this is a fucking squad. But back to Amari, like, great peak. Probably what, Justin? 7-time All-Star. If I had to guess, maybe 6-time All-NBA. I'm just trying to think, like 26 points per game at his peak, 27 points per game, like a 25 and 10 guy. Didn't really play defense, but that peak is really fucking good for the 2000s, where the game really slowed down and it was hard to score. Like 25 and 10, that's really fucking good. That was elite at the time. Not a baseball Hall of Famer. I'm not even going to say baseball Hall of Famer because, like you said, football is hard. We'll just talk like real Hall of Fame standards. Not a Hall of Famer. Absolutely not a Hall of Famer. Sean Marion would have made the ballot one time, got 3% of the vote, got kicked out, never to be voted in ever again. That guy, Faust, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on him. He played in the 50s and 60s. He averaged like 18 points per game, a couple of All-Star games. But yeah, Jamal Crawford wouldn't make the list.
Okay,
you found it? What year?
Yeah, it wasn't third. 05, 06, he was 5th for MVP.
So that was Nash year. That was a Nash year.
It was Nash.
Shaq.
LeBron was 2nd. I'm looking at Basketball Reference.
Wait. You said 04, 05, right?
No, 05, 06.
Oh, okay. Shaq was 2nd, 05. All right.
It says LeBron was 2nd in voting.
No, yeah, I'm saying 04, 05. Shaq's first Heat year, he was 2nd. That's why he's mad at Steve Nash. So yeah, LeBron makes sense. Kobe 3rd.
Dirk was 3rd.
Kobe,
and then Chauncey.
Who I want to hear 6, 7, and 8.
6 was D Wade.
That's crazy.
7 was Elton Brand.
I believe that. I was a 22 and like 10 guy back then.
8 was Tim Duncan.
I know Tim Duncan's like his numbers was an eye popping in that time, but like what was Tim Duncan's stats?
That was, let me see, 05, 06.
Yep.
He averaged
like 18, 12, 2 blocks.
Yeah, like 19 and 11.
19, 11.
With 2 blocks.
2 blocks. That's just how it was. He wasn't really a 20-point per game guy. He's never even had 25.
Tony Parker was 9.
9th?
Yeah.
Now, if I had to guess, fucking 18 points, 8 assists, 7 assists.
Tony Parker that year was, 19, 6 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like 1.5 steals.
I mean, and I know I'm asking for like, give me Chauncey real quick because I don't care. You don't even got to. Yeah, you don't even got to tell me D Wade, bro, because D Wade off rip was 25 points per game minimum.
Chauncey that year was 18.5 points, 8.6 assists, 3 rebounds.
That's pretty good, but that's not fair
Yeah.
to me. You're not better than D Wade. You're not better than Duncan that year because obviously the Spurs was 50 something wins.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe even 60. D Wade was probably on. Actually, no. D Wade probably placed that high, and that's when they went back to the lottery. No, 06 they won the championship. So that's a fucking 50-win team, bro.
Yeah.
Even forgetting the finals.
Damn, Elton Brand averaged 24 and 10 that year.
I didn't know he peaked that high.
It was.
I thought he was like 22, 24.
Yeah, 24.7. Almost basically 25. 25 and 10.
Low key that nigga, bro.
Damn.
Slept on.
And then tied in 10th was Iverson and Sean Marion.
Bro, damn, Iverson that low?
And he was averaging 33 that year.
Like, I know I'd be slandering Iverson sometimes, but to say that Chauncey was having a better year than Iverson at any point in their career, crazy to me. Even if you're a guy that focuses on wins, absolutely crazy to me, bro. I don't I don't agree with that one. But that's kind of my thing. Like Elton Brand, like we just talked about him right now, real quick, right?
Yeah.
Probably like 4 or 5 All-Stars, couple of All-NBAs. That's a guy.
Nah, he was a 2-time All-Star.
Only 2?
Yeah, only 2.
Damn. That's a guy I'd rather have on the ballot than fucking Jamal Crawford.
Yeah. And he
Just
was
because of peak.
He's a Duke boy too.
I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. You know I don't give a fuck about the college shit, bro. I'll tell you this, though. I might have to... I say it every year, though. I'm not going to watch, like, the season itself. I'm not going to pick a team. No, wait, I am going to pick a team. I'm picking the fucking Gamecocks. That's going to be my team.
South Carolina.
That's going to be my team.
Can you name one person that went there?
That went there.
I got one person off rip.
Tell me who, because I'm going to be shocked. I'm like, damn, I should have got that.
You probably wouldn't have got it. Sindarius Thornwell.
I know Sindarius Thornwell.
Played
I
for
know
the
who that
Clippers.
is.
Yeah.
He was a king, too.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was a Gamecock.
Yeah.
But that's going to be my team. Maybe if I could stream those games, I'll find those games.
All I would say is at least watch like the top prospects like during the season.
Yeah.
Just watch like the big games on Saturday. Like
I'll try.
those are like that's like a start.
One thing I can't do, bro. There's one thing I don't say. I don't think I could do. I don't think I could ever do football, bro.
College football.
Football in general, because you know I don't watch NFL. If it's not the Lions playing, if it's not the Giants playing, I don't give a fuck.
I think this might be the year I get into college football.
And you're gonna be a Duke fan, or you're gonna switch just
Nah,
because?
football, USC. Yeah.
Nigga, you ain't never been to Duke and you ain't never been to USC.
I know.
Explain to me how you picked Duke and why you're picking USC right now.
Duke, I picked Duke because Austin Rivers. When I was watching Duke back in the day when I first started, Austin Rivers was that guy. He hit the game winner against Carolina. That was like one of the first games I watched. And after that, I was a fan. And just the name was cool. So I was like, fuck
Blue
it.
Devils.
Just Duke. Like
Duke
every other
itself.
team was like blah 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 university like Eastern Michigan. This shit was just Duke, and I was like, oh, that's
Well, you know, mascot wise, you know what sounds cool though.
Yeah.
What are they called? Wake Forest is Demon Deacons.
The Demon Deacons.
That just sounds cool, but nah, yeah, I'm picking the Gamecocks
And then
just because it sounds funny.
USC.
DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic. I'm missing one. I'm missing with Taj Gibson.
OJ Mayo, Nick Young. Mm-hmm. But for me, USC is more like football. Like you had fucking, I don't know. I just really fuck with their jerseys. Like their stadium is dumbfire. Their Coliseum, the Reggie Bush days. Like that's when Pete Carroll used to coach, and they won back to back. They went to 3 straight national championships. They won 2 in a row, and then they lost to fucking Texas. That team was fucking crazy, and I don't know. USC just produces a lot of good football players, and I don't know. I rather pick them than pick fucking like Alabama, because from Alabama's like that's like
They win every year.
Yeah, that's like picking Duke or Kentucky.
Yeah, I know them and Clemson
or Georgia. Like USC is good, but they're not like overwhelmingly like every year. They have some years where they kind of just like, but this year they should be on their shit.
But the reason I can never like invest in college is like I got no ties, bro. So
Yeah,
first of all,
everybody leaves. Yeah,
I'm sure like, well, not even just players. First of all, in general, like to the team, like We're from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
We have teams around us. Whether if we lived in South Jersey, would be fans of the Phillies, Eagles, and 76ers.
Yeah.
We're closer to New York. To New York, we got the Nets, Jets, Mets, Yankees, Knicks. Missing one team, Giants. We're fucking 15 minutes away from MetLife, so we could be attached to either New York football team. We love the Knicks because we're 15 minutes out from the city. We take a bus straight to MSG to watch games. We've done that before. But it's like, my point is in the point of like Jersey. So for example, if we're like in Nebraska, because I know niggas that don't even go to Nebraska itself, like the school, they like the team no matter what. Yeah. Same shit with like Louisville. You could live in like Kentucky and shit. You don't go to Kentucky or Louisville. You can still be like, yeah, that's my fucking team. But it's like we got options here. Professional. Like those people, they like it because they don't have professional teams. We got professional teams. Well, your college at least did something in college and any college sports. My school ain't do shit. No, wait, sorry, not your college. The school your brother wanted to go to. I remember you told me like he's gonna go to so and so to St. Peter's if these niggas go further. So yeah, it's like we neither of us went to a school, the disgusting D1 college team. Like we don't go to Rutgers, but at the same time, we're not like those Nebraska niggas and like Iowa niggas. We're like, yeah, Rutgers is our team because we don't got an MLB team type shit. You feel me? Yeah. So that's why I'm not investing in like college anything. I'm gonna try to follow the Gamecocks this year for a little bit, see what happens. Definitely not gonna watch college football because I don't even watch NFL, and I got a team right fucking there in my backyard. And I still don't watch those niggas.
I wouldn't even tell you to watch college football. Like
my brother loves. So that's my thing. I remember I asked my brother, I'm like, why the fuck you like Michigan, bro?
Jabril Peppers.
Well, even before Jabril, he knew Jabril, but even before Jabril, he liked Michigan. He's always like Michigan.
Tom Brady played for Michigan.
Really?
Yeah. But that was like back in
that was like 30 years ago.
Fucking
at this
90s,
point.
bro.
I got it. That was like 25 years ago at least. Though.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the only reason I wanted to get into it this year is because like you got Caleb Williams, USC, projected number 1 pick in 2024 draft. QB, yeah. He's the next Mahomes, they're saying.
The next Mahomes?
Yeah. And then you got Arch Manning, Peyton and Eli's nephew. He's a freshman.
He's a fucking backup?
He's a freshman. No, he's a freshman for Texas.
So, you're talking about college football. You're not just talking about USC.
Yeah, I'm talking about college football.
So
he's going to be a freshman.
I want to see that. I'm not
exactly. I want to see that too.
And why didn't he go to Ole Miss? They all went to Ole Miss.
Nah, Peyton went to Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they all went to Ole Miss. Nah. So it was just Eli.
Eli, yeah.
But his pops went to Ole Miss.
I think his pops did too. But yeah, Arch is going to Texas. I don't know if he's starting off rip. He might. So I want to see that. And then you got Deion Sanders. He's coaching Colorado now after coaching Jackson State. And he brought like almost his whole team to Colorado. And now they're playing in a tough-ass division. There's an over-under on FanDuel if their wins is going to be like over 4.5.
How many games they play? Like 12, 16?
I think it's like, might be like 12.
Because I know NFL is like fucking 17 now. I thought it used to be 16 and you corrected me.
Yeah, so Colorado now, they're in a tougher division. They got Deion Sanders. And yeah, their first game is against TCU, the runner-up of the national championship.
Yeah, I remember.
So that's their first game of the season. So shit like that, I probably want to see. And Deion Sanders' son, he's a QB, and he's actually pretty good. So I want to see the storylines for college football this year look pretty fun.
I'm just interested in Art because you just told me Archie Manning. Like I forgot that he's that old now. Like I remember seeing tape of him like in high school, but I guess I'll tune into that. But man, I need something to watch. Cause if it ain't the Yankees and the Knicks, I don't even give a fuck.
You should start football this year. Football's gonna be fun this year.
Nigga, the first time in my life, like I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm more excited about a Knicks season than a Yankees season. You know how sad that is, low key? Well, happy about the Knicks shit. You know how sad that is?
Yeah.
Niggas that win 90 games every year, and I'm more excited about the Knicks.
Bro, that shit was horrible yesterday, bro.
But you can't say I didn't give you a warning to stop. Don't go to Yankee games, bro, this year. Bro. Niggas might finish for... This is crazy. Because, like, remember the Spurs had this crazy streak of 50-something games won, 20 straight years? The Yankees have not finished under 500, my nigga, since, like, 1993.
Damn.
And right now, they're 60 and 62. This is the furthest they've gone under 500. I'm tuned out. I ain't even watching that shit on TV no more, to be honest with you. Because no young prospects coming up, whatever. So that's why I'm like, damn. I'm just waiting for basketball. Do niggas really want to try watching the Giants, bro? Like, maybe if I'm bored, but that's once a week.
I'm not really. I mean, the Giants season, I was hype until I saw the schedule. And then I was like, fuck. Because the Giants low-key got a tough schedule this year.
But at least I have something to fucking watch, bro. And I could bring it to the fucking show. Like, nigga, you saw Jared Goff throw for 270 yards yesterday.
If I was you, I would just pick a team.
The Lions and the Giants.
Yeah, and then
or like I said last time, all the cat teams. I fuck with all the cat teams.
Yeah, be that guy. You just fuck with all the cat teams, and then just watch on Red Zone or fucking Sunday Ticket, and then that's it. Yeah, because all the cat teams, you got what? Lions, Bengals,
Panthers.
Yeah,
I think that's it, right?
Panthers. Yeah, they got Bryce Young.
They're a cat.
Rookie QB out of Alabama.
Niggas saying like that, like I know who the fuck that is, bro.
Nah. He's good though. He's good. The only flack on him is that he's fucking tiny.
But you know how niggas on Twitter be like, put this in NBA terms. Put that in NBA terms for me. Like I saw shit about Shohei Ohtani. Like, nigga, you can't put anything for NBA terms.
For Bryce Young would be like generational QB. Only flack is his size.
That nigga's Wemby basically, but the exact opposite. Because niggas is worried about his size.
I don't know if I'd say Wemby. I would say like maybe something lower. Something lower than Wemby. But still
generational?
Like, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like Allen Iverson, that nigga was coming out generational. And he was undersized.
Maybe that. Or like imagine like a generational like wing player.
And he's a QB, you said?
Yeah, he's a QB.
He got a cannon?
This nigga's like 5'11" though.
He got a cannon though?
He's good. He's nice as fuck. If he was 6'4", he'd be like the overwhelming like.
But that nigga got a cannon. I don't care if he
No,
good.
yeah, he
because
could,
that
nah,
can
yeah,
mean
he
vision.
could,
That
nah.
can mean he runs the ball. But do he got a
No,
cannon?
yeah, he could though. My favorite rookie this year is Anthony Richardson, Colts.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm just worried about my
That
Giants.
that athletic. That's gonna be an athletic back with Jonathan Taylor, and you got Anthony Richardson. They about to be running the fuck out of the football.
I can't. And here's my thing. Another one, just real quick, that I keep saying like I've been wanting to do for a minute, but I never do. I keep saying for like the past 5 years, I'm like, niggas gonna tap into hockey. But that's not even new, bro, because like that starts the same time as basketball. So from now to the last...
I'll probably never get in just because of that. It's the same time as basketball.
Yeah, so from now to... Because my thing has always been, all right, basketball's over. I got baseball every fucking day.
Yeah.
Niggas play 4 games in a row. Your favorite team plays 4 games in a row, takes 1 day break, plays another 3, maybe takes a break, plays another 4 type shit. Fucking basketball, you see the next 3 times a week. That's my thing with football too. Is like I'm gonna see my team once a week.
But it's good though because it's easier to follow because you only got to watch once a week.
But I want consistent content. You know, like I'm not bored of watching. If the Yankees were good, I'll watch all 162 games. Last year I saw like 100 games, bro. Probably anywhere between 100, 120 games. But it's like football. All right, boom. The Giants lost to the Eagles 21-7. Damn, niggas gotta wait till Sunday now.
Yeah,
so watch the next
I
game.
guess if you're like a fan of the entire NFL, then it's more fun because it's like I like watching the Giants, but then I also look forward to watching Sunday night game because that Sunday night game is always like fire.
Nah, I got
Or the
you.
Monday night game, and then you got the Thursday night game, and then it leads back, and then you got the storylines building up into the next weekend. So I guess if you're watching football and another sport, it's more fun because like for me, it's like I'll watch NBA during the week. And I don't really think too much of football. But then when Sunday comes, I'm just like...
You locked in.
I'm locked in.
That's kind of like with baseball, I watch the whole league, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a second team because I don't like the whole second team bullshit in any sport, especially basketball. But like, just because the Yankees are so ass, I'm picking the fucking Cubs because I knew they were going to make the playoffs. I should have took the bet on FanDuel, bro. They said Cubs over under like 76.5 games. I was like, these niggas is waiting 84 games, bro. So I guess I'm just rocking with them. But it sucks following a league, like the entire league, when your team sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Like, sure, we've had fun watching the NBA, but when the Knicks were fucking bad, like, it's like,
Oh, yeah,
damn.
it sucked.
But when the Knicks are good, it makes the overall viewing experience fucking fun. So it's like, I just saw fucking Brunson drop 40. Now I feel so much better when I watch the Kings play and De'Aaron Fox drops 28 because, like, when I'm watching the other teams, the Knicks suck. I'm like, damn, I wish the Knicks played like this. I wish the Knicks had this guy. I wish the Knicks had a guy that plays like this. But when your own team is good, it's a fun time, bro.
Yeah.
But that wraps it up for this time, guys. Justin, you know how it is. Your job is to be the housekeeper, bro. Talk to the cam for me, bro.
Yes, sir. So make sure you guys follow us on TikTok at the JJ Podcast. Yeah, the shit is going up. Talk to us. Yeah, follow us on the Instagram too, the JJ Podcast 1. On YouTube, please subscribe. If you're listening on audio, please give us a like, give us 5 stars. YouTube, please, we are going up. Make sure you like them shorts too.
The shorts be going up. TikToks be going up, but
Yeah.
with the TikToks, you got people want to fucking debate me now. I'll debate whoever, bro, but it's like,
Yeah, niggas want to hop on live streams. And
yeah,
shit.
nigga
StreamYard.
nigga told me hop on StreamYard tomorrow. I'm like, I work tomorrow. I'm like, and then I was like, we could do the weekend. Bro, stop responding to me. I'm like, so how bad did you really want to talk to me about Kobe, bro? But yeah, TikTok is going up. Ever since like the Kobe thing, like it's been going up. The Harden one did well. One of the other ones did very well. Shorts have always done really well. So we appreciate all the support, guys. We will see you guys next time, starting on Saturdays from now. Peace.
Peace. Just hold